main character in this passage is Wilson. Wilson, in the beginning of the novel, is more of a humble and nice man when Tom and Nick first meet him in his garage. However, this changes in this passage when Mikey asks Wilson to friend for a phone to comfort him about the matter at hand. However, it is seen that he has no friends in lines 4 through 5. This was a forlorn hope. He was almost sure that Wilson had no friends. Wilson is also seen as not being good enough for Myrtle when she cheats on him with Tom. And is seen in line 6 when it is stated that there was not enough of him for his wife. This shows that Myrtle thought that Wilson wasn't good enough for her. Toward the end of this passage, it is seen that he tries to put justice in his own hands when it is revealed that he killed Gatsby, and who he believes cheated with Myrtle. And this is seen in line 15 when he says, "She might fool me, but she couldn't fool God." He decides to put God's judgment in his own hands when he looks at God's eyes through the window. In lines 18 through 19, he states, "God knows what you've been doing, everything you've been doing. But you may fool me, but you can't fool God." He therefore tries to punish those who tries to fool God, or in this case, himself. The leash in Mike Yass's hand in line 2 represents a darker side of Wilson that was chained up and now is released. A leash is often represented as having control over animals. And when the leash is shown empty in Mike Yass's hand, it can represent how Wilson's anger that's bottled up is now being released. The leash also can represent how Myrtle escaped from Wilson's life as she cheated on Tom, and now Wilson has no control over his wife anymore. When Wilson looks out the window, it can be seen as him reflecting about past events, as seen in line 26 through 27. But Wilson stood there a long time, his face close to the window pane, nodding into the twilight. A window can often represent a portal to another world, or in this case, into Wilson's mind. The twilight in the scenery can show how twilight is often represented as the end of the day as it gets dark. This can foreshadow the end of Gatsby. The second character in this passage is Mike Yallis. Mike Yallis can represent a character trying to help Wilson and make him feel better when he tries to help comfort Wilson by asking if he would like a friend to be phoned. Mike Yaz can also represent reality in Wilson's life, as he states that Dr. Eckelberg's eyes in the background were nothing more but an advertisement, as Wilson believes they are the eyes of God when he looks out the window pane. This can be seen in line 24 when Mike Yass assures Wilson that that's an advertisement. Right after Wilson says God sees everything when looking out through the window.